Top story: Varane closing in on Como move. Former Manchester United centre-back Rafael Varane has agreed to join Como on a free transfer, according to Fabrizio Romano. The 31-year-old has been a free agent since he made the decision to leave Old Trafford when his contract expired in June and, after taking some time to consider his next move, the latest indicates that he is now on the verge of joining the newly promoted Serie A outfit, with his medical to take place after the final details in the contract are checked. Como coach Cesc Fabregas is reported to have played a key part in convincing Varane to join the Lariani, who are also believed to be closing in on moves for left-back Alberto Moreno and goalkeeper Pepe Reina. World Cup winner Varane joined Man United in a £40 million deal from Real Madrid in 2021, but, under a succession of managers, failed to live up to expectations at the fallen Premier League giants. He made 32 appearances across all competitions for the Red Devils last season. Paper gossip: Barcelona have added RB Leipzig attacking midfielder Dani Olmo to their wish list, reports Sport. It is believed that Olmo's performances for Spain at the European Championship have caught the attention of sporting director Deco and, while the 26-year-old has a release clause that can be activated for €60 million, the Blaugrana are hopeful of negotiating a lower fee. Aston Villa winger Moussa Diaby is on the verge of completing a move to the Saudi Pro League, reports Nicolo Sciarra. The 25-year-old is said to be one step away from joining Al Ittihad, with a deal worth €60 million believed to have been agreed between both clubs. He has been offered a 4-year contract until the summer of 2028. Talks between Barcelona and the representatives of Athletic Club winger Nico Williams are set to take place after the European Championship, says Rudy Galletti. Williams, 22, is said to be keen on a switch to the Blaugrana, with discussions to begin regarding a 5-year contract worth in the region of €10 million per season. Juventus attacking midfielder Matthias Sol would prefer a move to AS Roma over Premier League side Leicester City, reports Relevo's Matt Moretto. The Giallorossi are reported to be preparing to begin initial talks with Juve in the coming days, having established themselves at the front-runner for the 21-year-old signature. He contributed to 14 goals in 36 Serie A matches last season. Australia international Mohamed Toure is set to join Danish Superliga outfit Randers, according to Tipsbladet. The 20-year-old striker, who spent last season on loan at Paris FC, will move from Reims to the Hestine in a €250,000 deal. AS Roma striker Tammy Abraham is expected to leave the Stadio Olimpico this summer, according to Gazzetta dello Sport. Juventus are one of the clubs reported to have made an inquiry for the 26-year-old, though they could face competition for AC Milan, who are also exploring a move. Abraham scored 1 goal in 8 appearances last season after making his return from a lengthy spell on the sidelines through injury. A final attempt is being prepared by Manchester City to keep goalkeeper Ederson at the club, reports The Sun. Clubs in Saudi Arabia are reported to be willing to offer the 30-year-old a deal worth an eye-watering £900,000 per week, but the citizens are set to respond by offering him a salary increase to remain at the Etihad. Man United are working on no fewer than 5 major signings right now in what's shaping up to be one of the most important summers in the club's recent history. To make room and free up funds to finance moves for Matthijs de Ligt, Manuel Ugarte, Joshua Zirkzee and one of Lainery Euro and Gerard Branthwaite, a mass exodus is taking shape. Brandon Williams, Rafael Varane and Anthony Martial have already departed via free agency. The permanent exit of Donny van de Beek to Girona has been sealed. Elsewhere, Man United are primed to net roughly £27 million from the sale of Mason Greenwood to Marseille and around £8.5 million from Willy Camboila's move to Villarreal. But according to various reports, funds could also be generated from the sales of more first-team stars. For more Man United stars up for sale. Firstly, Casemiro, who is among Man United's highest earners, is in talks over a lucrative late career switch to Saudi Arabia. Discussions with Al Ittihad have taken place and Man United are more than willing to shred Casemiro's £350,000 a week salary from their wage bill. Elsewhere, a fresh update from the Manchester Evening News claims offers are also being sought for Aaron Wan-Bissaka, Victor Lindelof and Christian Eriksen. The trio's respective contracts all expire in the summer of 2025. As such, the current window represents United's final chance to generate sizable fees for the players. Of course, sales in January would remain an option if buyers aren't found this window. However, the trio will all be free to negotiate pre-contract agreements with overseas clubs once entering the final 6 months of their contracts. Very few clubs would be willing to pay decent fees for players who'll be available for free 6 months later too. Man United are pushing hard to offload Lindelof. As such, the onus is on Man United to agree sales this summer, and per the men, United are pushing particularly hard to offload Sweden captain Lindelof. The 30-year-old has done little wrong in a United shirt, though the club's aim of signing 2 new centre-backs means his importance will quickly diminish when the new faces arrive. Wan-Bissaka, meanwhile, fell firmly behind Diogo Dalot in the pecking order at right-back last season. Wan-Bissaka did get minutes in both full-back positions, though only because Luke Shaw and Tyrell Malacia missed the vast majority of the season through injury. When Dalot covered at left-back, Wan-Bissaka filled in at right-back and vice versa. Eriksen's stock fell following the emergence of Kobbie Mainoo, who may already be the best midfielder at the club despite being just 18 years of age. New sporting director Dan Ashworth has already made it his mission to tie Mainoo down to a new long-term contract. United's decision not to sack Erik ten Hag appears to have helped their cause in that regard. With PSG's Manuel Ugarte being targeted to play alongside Mainoo, Eriksen's importance at Old Trafford is only going one way. Pellistri could also go, but Sancho might stay. Further sales could come if buyers are found for Facundo Pellistri and Jadon Sancho, who is rated at £40 million by United. However, Sancho and manager Erik ten Hag have agreed to draw a line under their spat, and the winger has returned to first-team training. Retaining Sancho, assuming there are no further problems between the player and manager, may prove to be a wise decision. Sancho shone during a 6-month loan spell with Borussia Dortmund, and there are serious question marks over the impact fellow wingers Marcus Rashford and Antony will make moving forwards. Antony has flopped following his mega-money arrival from Ajax 2 seasons ago. Rashford is coming off the back of the joint second-worst goal-scoring season of his career last term. Bayern Munich. Defender Matthijs de Ligt is close to joining Manchester United after agreeing personal terms. According to multiple sources on Sunday, including Nicolo Sciarra and Christopher Michel, de Ligt has agreed on a contract until 2029 at United. As with all United signings, there will be the option for a further year on top of that. All that is required to complete the deal now is for Man United to agree on a transfer fee with Bayern Munich, but that is not expected to be too much of a problem as the German club have put the centre-back up for sale. Man United have been in talks to sign the Bayern Munich defender for a number of weeks now. Premier League Summer Transfers 2024, all the done deals. Man United are in the market for at least one top centre-back this summer and are currently in talks with 3 different defenders in de Ligt, Everton's Gerard Branthwaite and Lille's Lainery Euro. There will be a big revolution at centre-back this summer. Raphael Varane and Johnny Evans have departed on free transfers, while Victor Lindelof and Harry Maguire's futures are not secure. Man United manager Erik ten Hag is a big fan of de Ligt, having worked with him at Ajax. During that time, de Ligt emerged as arguably the most promising young centre-back in Europe before signing for Juventus in the summer of 2019. However, he never lived up to his potential at Juve, who sold him to Bayern Munich in 2022. De Ligt signed a 5-year contract in Bavaria that runs until 2027, but he has also struggled at times at Bayern. Bayern to sell de Ligt. Bayern want to sell de Ligt as they are revolutionizing their defense this summer after failing to win the Bundesliga in 2023-24. Despite only being 24, de Ligt is already the most expensive defender in history in terms of combined transfer fees. He has moved for a combined transfer fee of €152.5 million during his career. Juventus signed de Ligt from Ajax for €85.5 million in 2019 before he moved to Bayern Munich from Turin for €67 million in 2022. If de Ligt moves this summer, his combined transfer fees will approach or even surpass the €200 million mark.